The Logic of Today by Ragnar Redbeard. Might was right when Caesar bled upon the stones of Rome. Might was right when Genghis led his hordes over Danube's foam. And might was right when German troops poured down through Paris way. It's the gospel of the ancient world and the logic of today. Behind all kings and presidents, all government and law, are army corps and cannoneers to hold the world in awe. And sword-strong races own the earth and ride the conqueror's car. And liberty has never been won except by deeds of war. What are the lords of hoarded gold, the silent Semite rings? What are the plunder patriots, high pontiffs, priests, and kings? What are they but bold masterminds best fitted for the fray, who comprehend and vanquish by the logic of today? Cain's knotted club is scepter still, the rights of man is fraud. Christ's ethics are for creeping things, true manhood smiles at God. For might is right when empires sink in storms of steel and flame, and it is right when weakling breeds are hunted down like game. Then what's the use of dreaming dreams that each shall get his own, by forceless votes of meek-eyed thralls who blindly sweat and moan? No! A curse is on their cankered brains, their very bones decay. Go! Trace your fate in the iron game. It's the logic of today. The strong must ever rule the weak is grim primordial law. On earth's broad, brutal threshing floor the meek are beaten straw. Then ride to power o'er foeman's neck, let nothing bar your way. If you are fit, you'll rule and reign, is the logic of today. You must prove your right by deeds of might, of splendor and renown. If need be, march through flames of hell to dash opponents down. If need be, die on scaffold high in the morning's misty gray. For liberty or death is still the logic of today. Might was right when Gideon led the chosen tribes of old. And it was right when Titus burnt their temple roofed with gold. And might was right from Bunker's Hill to far Manila Bay. By land and flood it's wrote in blood, the gospel of today. Put not your trust in princes, is a saying old and true. Put not your hope in governments, translateth it anew. All books of law and golden rules are fashioned to betray. The survival of the strongest is the gospel of today. Might was right when Carthage flames lit up the Punic foam, and when the naked steel of Gaul laid down the spoil of Rome. And might was right when Richmond fell and at Thermopylae. It's the logic of the ancient world and the gospel of today. Where pendant suns in millions swing around this whirling earth, it's might, it's force that holds the brakes and steers through death and birth. Force governs all organic life, inspires all right and wrong. It's nature's plan to weed out man and test who are the strong.